In the last class, we discussed about the properties of whole numbers. That is closure property, commutativity, associativity, and distributive property. Okay. So first one is closure property. We can say that whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. And the second one is commutativity. Commutativity of addition and multiplication. Whole numbers are commutative under addition and multiplication. And the next one is third property is associativity. Associativity means addition and multiplication is associative. Addition and multiplication both are associative for whole numbers. And the fourth property is distributive property. For distributive property, addition and multiplication are distributive for whole numbers. And the fifth property, that is identity for addition and multiplication. Identity for addition and multiplication. Identity for addition and multiplication. The last property, fifth property is identity for addition and multiplication. First we look at the identity for addition. Addition. So 0 is the identity of addition for whole numbers. 0 is called the identity for addition of whole numbers. 0 is called the identity for addition of whole numbers. For addition of whole numbers. So for addition, the identity is 0. 0 is the identity for addition of whole numbers, which means 0 is a whole number. We can add 0 to any whole number, then we get the number. Then we get the same number. For example, we add a is a whole number. So we add 0 to a, then we get a. So we can add 0 to any whole number, then we get the same number. Okay. So a plus 0 is equal to a, or 0 plus a is also is equal to a. So we can say that 0 is the identity for addition of whole numbers. But 0 is not the identity for multiplication of whole numbers. That means we can multiply a whole number with 0, then the answer is become 0. So when we multiply 1 into a whole number, then we get the whole number. Say whole number. So we can say that 1 is the multiplicative identity of whole numbers. 1 is the multiplicative identity because we multiply 1 to a number, 1 by a number, then we get the same number. Okay, so we can say that 1 is the multiplicative identity and 0 is the additive identity. So for identity for addition and multiplication, 0 is the identity for addition of whole numbers, and 1 is the identity for multiplication. So let us see an example. Addition. For example, addition, we can add a whole number 7 plus 0, then we get the same number as our answer. So we can say that 0 is the identity for whole numbers. And another example, 0 plus 15, then we get 15, and 6 plus 0, then we get 6. So we can add 0 to any whole numbers, then the answer is become the same whole number. So we can say that 0 is the additive identity of whole numbers. 0 is the additive identity of whole numbers. And in the case of multiplication, a into 1 is equal to a, and 1 into a is also become a. So we can say that 1 is the multiplicative identity of whole numbers. So 1 is the multiplicative identity of whole numbers. Then we can take a whole number 7, then we multiply 7 into 1, we get the same whole number as your answer. So we can say that one is the multiplicative identity of whole numbers. So these are the 5 properties of whole numbers. Okay, let us see once again the properties of whole numbers. The first property is closure property. We can say that whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. Which means when we take the sum of any two whole numbers, the answer become a whole number. So we can say that whole numbers are closed under addition. And also we take the product of any two numbers, then the answer is also become a whole number. Then we say that whole numbers are closed under multiplication. So closure property, whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. And the second property is commutativity. Commutativity means the addition and multiplication of a commutative property. That we can say that we can take the sum of commutativity for addition, which means we can take the sum of any two numbers in two ways. That is, commutativity means a plus b is equal to b plus a. Commutativity means a plus b is equal to b plus a, and also a into b is equal to b into a. That means we take the sum of any two numbers, any two whole numbers in two ways, then we get the same answer, and the answer is also be a whole number. And also we take two whole numbers and the product of two whole numbers in two ways, then the answer is same. So we can say that addition and multiplication are commutative. Addition and multiplication are commutative for whole numbers. And the next one is associativity. Associativity means for applying associative property, three whole numbers are given a, b and c. Then a into b plus c is equal to a into b plus b into a into c. This is associative property. This is distributive property. Associative property, a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b, b plus c. The answer is same in two ways. This is called associative property. Then distributive property, when we take three whole numbers, then a into b plus c is equal to a into, when we open the bracket, a into b plus b into c. This is distributive property. And the last one is identity. Then the multiplicative identity is 1 and additive identity is 0. When we add a whole number to 0, then we get the same whole number. And when we multiply 1 to a number, then we get the same whole number. So additive identity is 0 and additive identity is 0, 1 and 0 and multiplicative identity is 1. Additive identity is 0 and multiplicative identity is 1. And next we go to our exercise 2.2. Exercise 2.2 in your textbook, page number 40. In your textbook, page number 40, here is the exercise 2.2. So now we will solve the exercise 2.2. The first question, 137 plus 208 into the bracket. Suitable arrangement means we use in properties. Here three numbers are given. So we apply associative property, that is A plus B plus C. Okay. So here these three numbers are using addition. So we apply associativity. For distribution is done also multiplication, used in multiplicative. Okay. And we get then plus 363. Okay. The for suitable arrangement we use associativity. First we write the first two numbers into the bracket, then we add third number with the sum of these two numbers, that we are A plus B plus C 4. Okay, that is 837 plus 208 plus 363. Then first we add or take the sum of numbers into the bracket, that is 837 plus 208. 837 plus 208. Then we get 8 plus 7, 15, remainder 1, 3 plus 1, 4, 8 plus 2, 10. So we get 1045. So 834 plus 208 we get 1045 plus 363. We can add 363 into 1045 plus 363. 5 plus 3 8, 6 plus 4 10, remainder 1, 3 plus 1 4, 1. So we get 1408. So the answer is 1408. Okay. So the next question. Next question is 1962 plus 453 plus 1538 plus 647. Okay. Here four numbers are given. So we take two numbers into one bracket. Okay. Each two numbers into a bracket. The first, look at the number. Here this number is up to 1000 place. This is only 100 place, and this is also thousands up to 1000 and also 100 position. Okay. So these two numbers, that is 453 and 647 is the smallest numbers from these four numbers, and these are the biggest number comparing these two numbers. Okay. So we take the biggest number into same bracket and the smallest number into another bracket. Okay. So the biggest answer 1962 plus we take the numbers with the same place values. Okay. So 1584. Then we add the following. Then we put positive. Then the next numbers are, we take the small numbers into another bracket. 453 plus 647. Then we get 1962 plus 1538. Then we get 8 plus 2 is 10. Remainder 1, 10, 15. So 3500. We get 3500 plus 453 plus 647. 453 plus 647. 6 4s are 10, 11. So answer 1100. Then we add these two numbers. We get 0, 0, 5 plus 1 numbers into the same bracket and the smallest two numbers into another bracket. Okay. So, second question. In exercise 2.2, question number 2. Question number 2. Question A. 2 into 1768 into 50 into 50. This is for using a question. Find the property by product by suitable rearrangement. Suitable rearrangement means here is these three numbers are using multiplication. So find the product. We apply distributive property, that is A into associative property A into associative property of addition A into B into C. Then let us see A into B into C. Here we take these two numbers into the bracket A into B into C. A into B into C. So we take 2 into answer 2 into 1706. This is associative property of multiplication into 50. Okay, so first we multiply the numbers into the bracket, then we multiply the product of these two numbers into 50. So first we multiply 2 into 1768. 1768 into 2. 8 2s are 16. Remainder 1. 6 2s are 12. 12 plus 1 13. Remainder 1. 7 2s are 14. 14 plus 1 15. Remainder 1. 1 into 2 2. 2 plus 1 3. So we get 3536 into 50. Into 5. 6 5s are 30. Remainder 3. Then 5 3s are 15. 18. Remainder 1. 5 5s are 25. 25 plus 1 26. Remainder 2. 5 3s are 15. 15 plus 2 17. And here 1 0. So 1,76,800 is the answer. In another way, for an easy way, we take the product of 2 and 50 into the bracket. That is 2 into 50, then into 768. So 50 into 2, 100. 5 into 2, 10. Then in 50, 1 0. So we put 0 into 1768. For multiplying a number into 100, then we put 2 zeros to that number. So the number is 1768. In 100 there is 2 zeros, so we put 2 zeros. It's an easy way. Okay. So the answer is 1,76,800. It's an easy way. Okay, we must first take the product of two small numbers into the bracket, then we multiply the largest number with the product of the two numbers. Okay. So another question. B. Question is 4 into 166 into 25. Okay, 4 into 166 into 25. So in an easy way, we take the product of these two small numbers into the bracket. That is answer 25 into 4 or 4 into 25 into the the bracket into 166. Then we get 25 into 4, we get 100. Okay, 200. Then into 166. So by multiplying any number by 100, then we put 2 zeros to that number. Okay, then we get 16,600. 16,600 is the answer of question B. And question C. C is 8 into 291 into 125. So we take the product of two small numbers into the bracket. Here the small numbers are 8 and 125. So we take the product of 8 into 125 into the bracket into 291. Then we multiply the numbers into the bracket. Then we get 125 into 8, we get 1000. 128 into 5. 8 5s are 40. 5 2s are 10 plus 4. 1 5 is 5. Sorry, 1000. 1000. Sorry, 125 into 8. 40. 60, 20, 10. Then we get 1000 into 291. When multiply a number by 1000, then we put 3 zeros to that number. Number is 291, then 3 zeros. Then we get 291,000. 291,000 is the answer of this question. And the next question is question number D. 625 into 279 into 16. 279 into 16. Here 625 into 16 is 10,000. So we take 625 into 16 into the bracket. Okay. 625 into 16 into 279. When we multiply 625 into 16, then we get 10,000 into 279. For multiplying 10,000, then here 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros are here. So we put 4 zeros here. Okay, then we get 27,90,000. Then next question. Question number E. Question number E is in the same way. So question number E is your homework. Okay. Next exercise 2.2. Question number 2. C, part C is your, sorry, E is your homework. Then you should do your homework and send to my WhatsApp. Okay. So the next question is question F. Question 125 into 40. 8 into 25. So first we, here 4 numbers are given, so we can take 2 numbers each into a bracket. So 40 into 25. 40 into 25 we get 1000, and 125 into 8 we get 1000. So we can take, right, 125 into 8 into 40 into 25. 125 into 8. 0. 20, 10. We get 1000. Sorry, into 24 into 400. When we are 10,000. Answer is 1000. 1000 into 1000. 1 into 1 1. Then we are 3 zeros is here. And here also 3 zeros. So 3 plus 3, 6 zeros. So we put 6 zeros here. So we get 1 row. So let us move to the next question. Next question. Question number 3. Question number 3. Find the value of the following. Question number 3. Find the value. Exercise 2.2. Question number 3. Find the value of the following. First question. 297 into 17 plus 297 into 3. Okay. So, for finding the value, here 297 into 17 plus again 297 into 3. So, 297 repeated 2 times. So, we take 297 as common, then we add the balanced numbers. Okay, remaining numbers. So, we take 297 as common. So, 200, we write 297 as common. Then, into, we take the sum of remaining digits, that is 17 and 3. 17 plus 3. Then, we get 297 into 17 plus 3, 20. Then we get 7 into 2, 14, 9 into 18, 19, 2 to 4. Then we get 5,940. 5,940. Here we take 297 as common and take the sum of remaining digit, that is 17 and 3, 17 plus 3. So we get 297 into 17 plus 3, 20. Then the answer is 5,940. And the next question, B. 54,279 into 92 plus 8 into 54,279. So here 54,279 as common. So we take 54,279 as common. Then into, we add the remaining digit, that is 92 plus 8. 92 plus 8. So we take the sum of 92 plus 8 into the bracket. So we get 54,279 into 92 plus 8, we get 100. Okay. So multiplying a number by 100, then we write the number, then put 2 zeros. So we get 54,27,900. And the next question. Question number C. 81,265. 81,265 into 161 minus 81,265 into 69. Okay, so here 81,265 was common. So we take 81,265 was common. Then into, take the sum of remaining digits. Sorry, sum, not sum, difference here. Negative sign means difference. So take the difference of remaining digits, that is 169 minus 69. 169 minus 69. So we get 81,265 into 169 minus 69, we get 100. So multiplying a number by 100, put 2 zeros to that number. 0. Then we get 81,26,500. Next question. D. 3,845 into 5 into 782 plus 769 into 25 into 218. 218. So we write, here is no common factor, so we can write this as 3,845 into 5 into 782 plus 769. We can write 25 as 5 into 5 into 280. Then we get 3,845 into 5 into 782 plus 769 into 5 is 3,845 into 5 into 218. Here we get a common factor, that is 3,845. Then we take 3,400. So 3,865 into 5 was common factor here. In these two position, 3,845 into 5 is repeated. So we take is equal to 3,845 into 5 was common factor. Then into, here is addition. So take the sum of remaining digits. Remaining digits are 782 plus 280. Then we get, for multiplying 3,845, we get 19,225. 19,225 into 782 plus 218, we get 1000. By multiplying these two numbers, we get, we put 3 zeros. Then we get 1,92,25,000. So the third part is over. Then in exercise 2.2, question number 4. Find the product using suitable properties. Here the numbers are given 738 into 103 and we use distributive property to find the answer. So question 4. First question was name 738 into 103. 103. For applying distributive property, we write the number as A into B plus C. A into B plus C. So 738 into 103. We can write 103 as sum of 100 plus 3. So 100 plus 3. Okay. Then we open the bracket with the number 738. First we multiply 738 by 100. Then 738 by 3. Then add the product. Okay. So first one is 738 into 100 plus plus 738 into 3 we get 2240 plus 2240. Then we add this number, we get the answer 73,800 plus 2240. Then remainder 1 7 we get 76,040. So using the property, first we write the number in A into B plus C. Then we so that we write 738 into 103 we can write as 100 plus 3. Then we open the bracket with 738. Then we get 738 into 100 plus 738 into 3. Then we get the answer 76,040. Okay. And the next question is question number B, 854 into 102. Here you also apply A into B plus C and 854 into 102 we write a 100 plus 2. Then open the bracket 854 into 100 then plus 854 into 2. By multiplying these numbers we get 85,400 plus 854 into 2 we get 4 2s are 8, 5 2s are 10, remainder 1, 8 2s are 16, 16 plus 1, 17, 1,708. Then adding these numbers we get 87,108. 87,108. Okay, this is the answer of question B. Then next question. C, 258 into 1008. 258 into 1008. 1008. Okay. So A into B plus C. 258 into we can write 1008 as 1000 plus 8. So we take the sum of 1000 plus 8 into the bracket. Then we open the bracket. Then go 258. So 258 into first we multiply these two numbers 1000. Then put the signs plus positive. Then 258 into 8. Then multiply. We get 2,58,000 plus 258 into 8. Then we get 2,064. That is 258 into 8. 8 takes up 64. 8 2s are 16. 16 plus 2, 20. So 2,064. And to add these two numbers, then we get 25 lakh. Then we get 0 plus 4 0. Sorry 4. 0 plus 6 6 0 10. Remainder 1. 5 plus 1 6 2. So answer is 2,60,064. So here 1008 we can write as 1000 plus 8. And the next question. So next question D. 1,005, 1,005 5 into 168. Okay. So we can write 1005 as 1000 plus 5 A plus B into C. 168. Then open the bracket. 1000 into 168. The sign positive. 5 into 168. Then we get 1,68,000 plus 840. Adding these two numbers, then we get 1,68,840. So the fourth part is over, and here is another some more problems are here. There are two word problems given in your textbook, exercise 2.2, and then as the following questions also here that we will discuss in our next classes. So today we discussed about different properties of all numbers, that is closure property, associativity, then distributive property, identity. So here is the additive identity and what is the multiplicative identity for whole numbers, and we also studied about 5 properties of whole numbers. That is, first one is closure property. Closure property means we take the sum of any two whole numbers, then the answer is also be a whole number. That means multiplication and addition is of a closure property. Sum of also whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. And the next property is commutative property. So commutativity of addition and multiplication. That means we add or multiply any two numbers in two ways, then we get the same answer, and the answer is also be a whole number. So that is commutativity. So all numbers are commutative under addition and multiplication, and associativity, addition and multiplication is also an associative property. Then distributive property, addition and multiplication of all numbers are distributive. Then the identity means 0 is the additive identity and 1 is the multiplicative identity for all numbers. So then in exercise 2.2, there is another 3 questions are given that we discussed in our next class. Okay, thank you.